The BMW PGA Championship recently concluded on September 12, 2022, and it was won by Irish golfer Shane Lowry. Even though we get to see plenty of big names appear at the tournament, such as Rory McElroy and Jon Rahm, one of the names that were noticeably absent from the event was Spanish star Sergio Garcia. Amid controversy surrounding the star after he joined the Rebel LIV Tour, he withdrew himself from the flagship DP World Tour event, and now he's facing the fallout. Today, we'll be taking a look at the fallout Garcia is receiving from the PGA and everything you need to know about his LIV journey. Let's dive in. Sergio's comments before the BMW PGA Championship. Many people were confused about Sergio's future with the Ryder Cup and the DP World Tour after he joined LIV. He was suspended from the PGA almost instantaneously, but he was still playing on the European Tour with DP. But despite all of the controversies and suspensions surrounding the defectors, they were still allowed to play in the BMW PGA Championship, one of the flagship events of the DP World Tour. Shortly before the event, Sergio was heard saying, "I'm sure some guys will be tense about it because we're going to go out there and play. What I'm going to do is support the European Tour, and that's all I can do." So, did Sergio live up to his commitment to support the European Tour? We'll let his actions speak for themselves. Sergio Garcia resigns from the DP World Tour. Sergio Garcia withdrew from the BMW PGA Championship after the first round of the tour. Even though he's expected to join the LIV Tour, many people expected him to stay on the DP Tour in an effort to save his Ryder Cup career. During the first round, Garcia posted a 1-over par 73, and shortly after the round, he complained about knee pain. Keep in mind that at this point, Sergio was at the bottom of the rankings. He was being destroyed by his opponents, and there was no possible way he could come out of it with a win. The doctors that examined him managed to find a small edema on his kneecap, but it wasn't considered severe enough for the Spaniard to withdraw. However, Sergio said that the pain was simply too much, and he let DP know that he would be withdrawing from the tournament altogether without giving any other reason. But days after withdrawing from the tournament, Sergio was seen at a Texas-Alabama college football game with his wife, Angela Garcia. Despite the fact that he was cleared to play, he decided not to go back to the DP World Tour and enjoy himself in America instead. He also posted the pictures on his Instagram account publicly. It didn't really seem like he was in the hospital to get his wounds treated or anything like that. Instead, he was just having a good time. DP World Tour fined Sergio Garcia. As it turns out, one of the most prestigious tours in the world of golf wasn't going to have one of its stars bunk on an important event. The tour announced that Sergio would be fined for withdrawing without giving a valid reason, as the player had no medical evidence that would deem him unfit to play. Regardless of any consequences he may face, Sergio Garcia doesn't really seem like he's bothered with the fine he has to pay. He's already making millions for signing a piece of paper with LIV, and the only reason he didn't resign from the DP World Tour is so he's still in contention for the Ryder Cup. In fact, he previously even planned to resign from the tour, but decided against it once he figured out it wasn't necessary. As a LIV player, he has already been blackballed by the PGA, but the DP Tour is something else, at least for the time being. Sergio proves his unprofessionalism. Joining the LIV Tour is arguably the most unprofessional thing a pro golfer could have done. This year anyways. Leaving the most prestigious golf association in the world to play for a bit more money seems like a stupid decision, and it proves that certain players are only in it for the money, not the sport. Sergio gained a reputation as an unprofessional player shortly after joining the LIV Tour, and with his absence from the BMW PGA Championship, one of the biggest events of the year, he has only proved that reputation once again. This was an event that Sergio made a commitment to. He wasn't banned from playing it, he simply chose not to. Even though Sergio has made it clear he still cares about the prestige of certain events like the Ryder Cup, he's not really doing much to earn that prestige at all. Eamon Lynch of the USA Today brought up this point in a recent column. He pointed out how Sergio was once one of the most respected players in the world of golf. But as soon as he joined the LIV Tour, he suddenly got a lot of demands, thought of himself as better than everybody, and showed absolutely no respect for the sport that made him what he is. Despite earning over $54 million during his time with the PGA, at his final PGA event, he said, "I can't wait to leave this tour. I can't wait to get out of here." He almost made it seem like he was being forced to play with the PGA. Now that someone has offered him some more money, he's pretending like the past 20 years of his career simply didn't matter. Sergio Garcia appears on Day 2 of the LIV Chicago Tour. Despite not being able to come up with an excuse for his absence from the BMW PGA Championship, Sergio Garcia seems to have rubbed the salt in the DP World Tour's wounds by appearing on the second day of LIV's new Chicago Tour. This marks the second day in a row that Garcia has played for the Breakaway Tour, and it's just another indication of how little he cares about anything in golf aside from LIV. The most shocking thing about this is that Sergio is still adamant about not giving up his DP World Tour membership. He remains a member of the tour, and he wishes to see his rankings go up. Despite all that, he no-shows events, talks smack about organizers, and generally has a pretty bad attitude about everything. Many players that didn't defect to the Saudi-backed league expressed their frustrations with some of the defecting players. For example, Rory McElroy said, "I hate what it's doing to the game of golf. I hate it, I really do. It's going to be hard for me to stomach going to Wentworth and seeing them there. That just doesn't sit right with me." McElroy talks about the tensions in the world of golf right now. Rory McElroy is one man that has never been shy about expressing his utter disdain for the Saudi-backed LIV Tour. He has taken every opportunity in the world to take a potshot at Sergio Garcia's new home, and as we mentioned earlier, he said that LIV is literally ruining the sport. However, the Irish player recently gave a statement saying that he hopes the tensions in the golf world cool down soon. The 33-year-old was heard saying, "Right now, with 2 lawsuits going on and how heightened the rhetoric is being, I think we just need to let it cool off for a little bit." Shockingly, despite being completely against LIV in the past, McElroy called for the 2 rival leagues to work together by saying, "It has been an ugly year, but there is a solution to everything. If we can send rockets to the moon and bring them back again and have them land on their own, I'm sure we can figure out how to make professional golf cohesive again." Could this be an indication that the PGA is willing to work with LIV in the future, considering their top star is saying such things? PGA files countersuit against LIV. Even though Rory's comments might be an indication that things would cool down soon, the PGA is still not letting the rival golf league off that easily. The lawsuit first started when LIV sued the PGA for allegedly being anti-competitive and forcing its players to not join any other league. But now, the PGA is claiming that LIV is being anti-competitive by offering large sums of money to its players to violate their contracts. It's anyone's guess where this lawsuit is going to end up. Both parties have a lot of money to spend on lawyers and legal experts, but LIV arguably has a lot more money to burn. That's a wrap for today's video. Do you think Sergio Garcia deserves to be blackballed this way by the PGA Tour? Do you believe that Sergio Garcia and other PGA Tour members who defected to the LIV Tour should be allowed to play in the Ryder Cup? Do you think Sergio Garcia was wrong for withdrawing from the BMW PGA Championship without the proper medical clearance? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more great videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.